The ANC is calling for an expulsion of the ambassador of Israel instead of a demarche. Please tell us why.
The situation demands of us to react decisively. There is no retreat from the Israeli government. Bombing of refugee camps, bombing of hospitals, all of that is happening right now. So the action we're calling for is informed by the events on the ground. And we've got to be decisive in expressing our solidarity. Actually, for the isolation of the Israeli apartheid state. What is happening there is not war, it is genocide. It's the killing of innocent people, and that's what is happening there.
So the government ordered a demarche, and what are you doing as the ANC?
We are very much encouraged by our government stance, and including the actions that have been taken of demarche. We believe as the time goes, we need to be taking more action in relation to what is happening there. We support Minister Naledi Pandor. We support our government, and we say hands off Naledi Pandor. Our government stands for justice, peace between the Palestinians and the Israeli people. A two-state solution is our position, and that is what we are about as the African National Congress.
Thank you. Sheikh. And now we have Sheikh Imam, leader of the NFP in Parliament. Sheikh, you guys are saying that an immediate cessation of hostilities. Please talk to us about that.
Yes, very good afternoon to all our viewers out there. Yes, indeed, as the NFP, it's about 2 weeks ago, we already submitted a motion for shutting down the embassy in South Africa and expelling the Israeli ambassador. That's number one. And not only recalling for discussion our ambassador in Israel, but to shut it down completely until such time Israel is willing to come, not to sit and negotiate. There's no more negotiation. Many agreements have been entered into over the last number of years, and so all we're asking them to do is to implement them. Remember, the Palestinians have been there for thousands of years, okay? But yet, despite you coming there, removing them forcefully, taking what is rightfully there, what are the Palestinians saying? We are still willing to work with you to live side by side on a two-state solution. In South Africa, we were not willing to have that, so we got our freedom. But the Palestinians are even willing to compromise for a two-state solution. But what is Israel doing? Continuing with the bombings. Can you imagine? There's 500 babies at any given time waiting to be born, dying before they are actually born, only because you've cut off the electricity and you're not allowing their nest setting. Mothers are dying, babies are dying. You are now want to get rid of everybody in Gaza. What is the reason for that? Because of the amount, the abundance of gas that has been found in Gaza. That is one of the major problems. This war is all about natural resources. Remember the Russia and Ukraine war. What is it doing? It's restricting the supply to Europe, and they don't have it. And when they established and identified gas in Gaza, this is when it all started. And the countries that are supporting this is because each and every one of them, remember, these countries where there's chaos, they are in the forefront. Where there's disease, they benefit. Where there's war, they benefit. War is a business. So all they are trying to do is to remove the people of Gaza completely so that they can have that Gaza, which has got abundance of gas. And I'm advised it's about 300 years supply of gas available there. And this is what it is. But what we are saying is, why not a ceasefire? Israel is saying again and again, we are not willing to have a ceasefire. Let's look at the propaganda that has been promoted all over the media, particularly the mainstream media. They said that Hamas has been beheading children, babies. The report has now come out with all the evidence that not a single baby has been beheaded. And Hamas has not been killing any civilians. All those that have died, most of them were killed by the Israeli Defense Force because of the Israeli principle of what? The principle that if you, instead of you being taken as a hostage, we must rather kill you. And that's basically what they've done. If you heard what the Jewish lady said very clearly, that we were fine, we were treated very humanely by Hamas until the Israeli Defense Force came here. And when they came here unannounced and attacked, that's when our people have actually died. So From the 40 some odd babies that they're talking about, it's now come down to one. And that baby was not even beheaded. Now they are looking at how did that baby die. So you can look at the propaganda that's going on. This is nothing about religion. It's political parties and politicians that cause the chaos all over the world, even in our own country. I'm not asking anybody to look at anything else, but look at the number of innocent babies that are dying. Look at the innocent women that are dying. What more do you want? Why can't we sit down at a table and find solution? And you can see by the number of Jewish and Christians, even in Israel, who had their rights violated by the same Israeli Zionist government. And they are in support of the Palestine as a whole. So why would they want to support the Palestinian cause if the Palestinians had not treated them well? You will hear rabbi after rabbi, pastor after pastor, reverend after reverend saying that and Jews all over the world telling you for thousands of years that they lived there. They lived in harmony alongside the Muslims, Christians and the Jews. So this is a war that is being created by a handful of them. And I want to say this without any fear or favor. Unless we deal with the devils of this world like the United States, the UK, who has created the state of Israel, together with the Zionist state of Israel, France and others, there will be no peace in this world. There will be no social upliftment. There will be no security. There will always be poverty. Remember what they've done to Africa. They've cleared Africa. Africa, one of the richest continents in minerals, has got nothing under their control. Now it's Gaza. If we don't free Palestine today, I can assure you that many other countries will face the same fate as Palestine today. So freeing Palestine is an opportunity to free us in the entire world.